So, hi everyone. I am honored to be here today with Mr. Darshan Lal Khosla, author of book Jhelum Se Jamna Tak, A Refugee Remembers. Sir is from an Indian generation whose existence was irrevocably altered by the partition of India and Pakistan. People were forced to leave their lives behind and devise a plan to begin a new one for themselves and their families with whatever resources they could gather. Our goal today is to explore the rich tapestry of your experience during the India Pakistan partition. We want to understand the personal nuances, the cultural context, and the lessons learned. Your story is not only a testament to your individual journey, but also a valuable contribution to the collective memory of this historical period. So, sir, my first question is that during the partition, personally, what was personally impacted aapko and your life and your family, like how they were personally get impacted?
Yes, actually, this is my book is not any religious or political book. This is my autobiography,
Right.
and right from the 5 years onwards, I remember everything. Even if you take me there, where the stone lies, where the river is, everything I know it. So, after the death of my wife, I just thought that nowadays nobody keeps albums or photographs or anything in the house, and the generation coming should know who I was. My grandchildren should know. So there were two reasons. One was to let my future generation people know about my life, and the second was to pass the time. It was very difficult to pass the time after the death of my wife. My children say our daddy is very brave and all, but I used to go to bathroom and start weeping because 62 years I spent with my wife, married life, and she died at the age of 79. And then after a month and so I started writing my autobiography. And I remember we were living very happily. Of course, it was very hilly place, less populated, but there were Hindus and Muslims living together. Majority was Muslim population, but there used to be one or two Hindu families who were controlling the business and money lending and all. And it was very joyful life, a very happy life, peaceful life. But after partition, everything went ups and down. We had even servants, and there was a horse for me to ride, though I was a child, a very luxury life. But after partition, we became just like beggars. It was very difficult, but it was partly very difficult for the government to absorb and control so much refugees. They did best, and by everything became normal.
So, sir, as you have mentioned, there were many challenges. So, how means how sensitive and historically significant topic it is. So, how you able to write it up and make it a good?
It's a very historical, significant. I can tell you, even before the partition, I had the opportunity to go and live in a city called Gadi Habibullah. That city is situated on the banks of river Kunar. And when you come from Mansehra and Balakot, and you reach to this city, I stayed when I was a child, I stayed for a week. But even those time, under 200 people with the spades on their shoulders will be marching the streets, calling, लेके लेंगे, Pakistan लेके लेंगे. That means political trend was already going on much before 47. And 46 में तो district NWFP where we were living, the Sikhs and Hindus were cleaned from there. Many Sikhs went to Rawalpindi side and settled there, and then afterward during partition all were slaughtered and killed. But we left that place in 1947 when we were living in a city in Jammu and Kashmir called Gadi Hatiya Gadi was the name of the city. From when the raiders came, when the when the raiders came, we were in that city Hatiya Dupata on the road of the highway going to Srinagar. about 67 trucks full of readers, consisting of all vagabond people. They lined up in front of our city and pointed their guns to the city. And then local people also came and joined them, and then they were massacring. People are running like goats to the near the river, to the hills, throwing their children on the road. My maternal, my maternal uncle, he picked up two kids from the road, about 1 and 2 years. Somebody has thrown the kids on the road. They were crying. My maternal uncle, he was traveling on his horse, and he picked up the children. And furthermore, in a roundabout, local people caught him, killed the children, and they were going to kill him. Then there's a long story how he survived. That's a separate story. But I have seen everything, though I was a boy of 9, 10 years. But I have witnessed everything.
Okay, sir. So, can you discuss any internal conflict or struggle with identity that emerged during that period? What was the internal conflict which you were struggling with?
Internal conflict was only religious conflict,
Okay.
which was hidden.
Okay.
I don't think any Hindus or Sikhs or anyone wanted this. But some people, not all, some people in the Muslim community, they were bent upon creating. They used to come in flocks in 1946 and pretend that Sikh aa gaye, Sikh aa gaye, Sikh aa gaye. That was a pretension to divert the attention. Then they start killing, robbing the people in that place where we were living. That was a city, Kohala. Kohala bridge was there on the river Jhelum. And this side is Jammu and Kashmir. Beyond this bridge, there is a way going to Rawalpindi via Komari. That is Punjab, that time of Punjab. And a little on the right is NWFC. Now it is called Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Earlier it was NWFP, Northern Western Frontier Insurgency. So I have seen everything. My Bhuaji, my father's sister, she was leading the people with an open sword in the hand. And it was raining, there was no light. People just were running to save their lives in the clothes. Their whole city was on fire. And it was 1946. We spent the night under a shelter in a petrol pump and other things. In the morning, somebody got a bus, somebody got a bullock cart, somebody got tanga. Whatever convenience we got, we came toward Muzaffarabad and stayed about 1 day there in Domel. When two rivers, river Jhelum and river Kishanganga meets in a place called Domel. In India, we call it Sangam. And there two rivers meet at Domel. So 1 day in Domel, then we shifted to that city I told, Atiya, Dupatta. So that was everything I seen in front of my eyes.
So, sir, writing about a traumatic event like partition can be emotionally challenging. So, how did you cope up with the emotional aspects of revisiting those memories?
No, actually, people think when you revisit this type of the incidents, you feel bad. But what I feel is everybody wants to express and explain the conditions and things he has undertaken, he has seen. So, by writing this book, my autobiography, whatever I have seen, I express in writing, and then instead of any bad effects, it gave a good effect, satisfaction. Let people know what happened, and let people know what I was.
Right. So, what valuable life lesson did you personally gain from your experience during that time, and how have these lessons shaped your outlook on life?
See, I have learned that one must stand up to the challenges. He must face the challenges, and there is no other way. Believe in God, believe in you, stand up and face the challenges. Time will pass, and you will be winner. And I am winner. I ran barefooted from Baramulla in a jungle. When the city was on fire, there was firing and arson and murders and raping. My parents ran towards another road. I barefooted ran towards the jungle that nobody will kill me. For 2, 3 hours I was running in jungle. My feet were bleeding with thorns and pebbles. But when I saw some jackals and other things, then I started going back. I have written in the book,
Yes.
but I faced everything. Even after partition, I have written whatever I faced, but I stood up to the thing, and with the time, God blessed me, and I am now peacefully, happily settled with my children, and there is no problem. The lesson I learned is you must not run away from the challenges, you must face it, and have faith in you, have faith in God, and you will be winner.
Thank you, sir, for sharing these insights. So, do you think sharing personal stories can contribute to collective healing and understanding between communities affected by the partition?
Definitely, definitely. uh, Communities because we exchange. See, even once I went to a barber shop. The barber was Mohammedan. I told him a story that in my training in Bangalore, my friend was Shamshal Haq, Sayyid Shamshal Haq from Bhopal. He was my first friend. We used to write in Urdu because I knew Urdu. Up to fifth, I studied Urdu. He wrote me a letter. And the reading was शफीक बेलया शफक बासनाए मोहब्बत यकरंग व दोस्त ज़ाद मोहब्बता खुदा की अबर रहमत की बरकत से आई एम सर सबज व शादाब and he wished me a lot of things in that language, Urdu language and Farsi language. And after 50, 60 years, I remember it. And I loved those people from where we have come. There was no conflict. Only few people created it.
So, sir, what advice would you give to aspiring writers who wants to explore and share their own personal narratives, especially on historically significant events?
Historical significance, one must explore the whatever they want to write. They have to physically visit the place, meet the people, hear their stories, read the literature, and get full view. And then you go for writing historical things. It is not just fiction that you imagine Maharana Pratap ऐसे होगा ऐसे होगा. Go to the place, talk to the people, read the books, and you know about Maharana Pratap. Then you will be able to write historical story. Not like a fiction sitting in your room कि वो ऐसे थे उनकी मूछें थी उनका सिर. No, no, not at all.
You have to
You have
revisit.
to read it.
So, thank you, sir, for sharing your time, experiences, and thoughts. We appreciate for your openness in discussing this topic that holds historical and personal significance. Thank you for your time, sir.
I'll show you Hindustan Times cutting. I'm not boasting.
Yes, yes.
Lot of people came and took my interview. And you see this on 15th August, there was a special about this book. See, they have mentioned my wife's, the whole story on 15th August. The reporter with the camera came and took my interview for 2, 3 hours. Like that, many people I have got. So this is spontaneous. I am not a writer for earning or anything. I wrote my autobiography, people liked it. Even one, if some producer takes this one through you or directly and see one scene, it's simple English, anybody can read. I go to a Single Fort. अभी तानाजी पिक्चर बनी थी सिंगल फोर्ट में ट्वाइस आई वेंट आई सा देयर सम गर्ल्स एक फोटोग्राफ लेते गिर पड़ी उसकी ये बोन वार आ गई वही बॉयज देर एयरफोर्स के हम लोगों ने उसको पैचअप किया नीचे लाया एट दैट पीपल वांटेड टू किल मी आई फेल फ्रॉम द आर्स वाज इन पीसेस इन द वैली आई वाज सेव्ड इन ए बुश everything in the book and somebody makes this picture after 2 बीघा जमीन this will be but it should reach to their hand and they should approach through you or directly to me. But every scene, everything is a real picture. And properly with sets and all, it will be marvelous thing. Jhelum se Jamna tak is a top.
Yes, and the topic is very, very much, or it's
Born near the Jhelum, we were swimming in Jhelum, and how we used to cross. I've written in the book. There was no bridge. Now there is a bridge. YouTube पे देखा मैंने. हम लोग में 3, 4 छतीरी जो वुड्स वो छतीर होती है ना जंगल पीपल यूज टू cut and they were floating through the river.
जी जी जी
And वो 3-4 को बांध करके उसको क्रॉस में 2 लगा के उस पे बैठ जाते थे, और वो जो बोटमैन क्या होता था, वो उसको विलेज का आदमी हमको पार कर देता था। अब रिवर में पानी हमारे गोडों में आ रहा है, रिवर वाज फ्लडिंग एंड वी आर सिटिंग, दैट लाइफ वाज देयर। नाउ देयर,
उस टाइम पे सर क्या स्ट्रगल थी? अभी हम छोटी छोटी स्ट्रगल से
अरे हम जम्मू कश्मीर साइड से अपने नाना के घर जाते थे, वो उससे रिवर पार किया अपना वाइजर मदर, उधर से मामा आ जाता था, मैं मामा के कंधे पे बैठ जाता था। हैं उधर यू कैन ओनली वॉक और हॉर्स गो, देयर वाज नो रोड, एंड बट दैट लाइफ वाज डिफरेंट बट वेरी लवली लाइफ।
यस सर। और तब जो हमारे अंदर स्ट्रेंथ होती थी और फैमिली का सपोर्ट होता था।
अरे एक कमरे में 10 आदमी मेहमान आ जाए, अब उनको सेपरेट होटल बुक करो, ये करो वो करो, कोई गेस्ट आता है तो अब सोचता है चलो जल्दी बात करें जाएं, घर वाले कहते हैं जाए तो दूसरा, वो चीज़ें। हमारे जो गेस्ट आते थे ना, उनके जूते हम छुपा देते थे,
हाँ जी हाँ
रात को कहानियाँ करेंगे, बुझारतें पहनेंगे, मज़ा करेंगे। अब वो ज़माना गया, लाइफ इज़ वेरी फास्ट and
पर्सनल स्पेस में ज्यादा सब आ गए।
on the red light, if you after when green comes, if you don't want, पीछे से धक्का लगेगा। We are in a period when everybody has to run fast.
Yes,
It is not, it is due to the period. It is due to the period.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Now